So Sail is a really tricky trick-taking game where you are playing, it's cooperative in that you are playing cards together trying to get tricks, and then depending on which trick you trigger and which player won the trick will hopefully move your ship down this track, and you are trying to get from one end of the track to the end of the track while avoiding all the obstacles and not sinking your ship along the way.
And this is actually like a campaign type thing. There's multiple scenarios that you go through. And actually, we have an expansion and some upgraded components in here. So the expansion has more scenarios, like makes it a longer full-on campaign. What he was saying really tricky is it's like, this is not baby's first trick-taking game.
No, it is not.
Because if you move the ship forward, right? It's on this diamond grid, so it's not just going to move forward. It's going to move forward, but also in sort of the direction of whoever won that trick. So it could be like, well, you have to win this trick, so that way we don't hit this obstacle. But also, the ship only moves when there are two symbols that are on the card, which is separate from the suit.
Yep.
When two symbols match such that, okay, these two symbols allow us to move, there's like a bit of a learning curve, right? But again, if you're going to play this multiple times with the same two people throughout the campaign, sure, you'll get really good at it. But it is every card matters, because at the start of the game, you also have special player powers, which we'll get to. But at the start of the game, you're going to do a card exchange. And we played a game where I remember, like, on the second round, I was like, oh, I gave you the wrong card. If I had given you this card, we'd be fine. But now, no. We can't win. We are going to lose because I gave you this card instead of that card. It was literally, I had all 3 9s, right? And I was like, well, you can't do that because you need to have a 9 and 9. We need to both play a 9 and have the double whale or whatever, so it moves forward this way.
So it's definitely one where, like, the cards need to be with you. If you have the wrong cards, sometimes you can't succeed. There's also a timer to the game.
Yeah,
so
Kraken deck.
The Kraken deck and the Storm.
They're both timers, but yeah.
Yeah, where you have to keep moving, so it's not just keep playing until you get the right trick and let's just keep spoiling this so we don't move, because eventually one thing or another happens to you that you just lose the game before you get to the end.
But also, the round is over when one person wins 4 tricks. So if you need more time, essentially, you can finagle more turns if you guys are winning tricks evenly.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things. And also, I do think the Kraken deck is the hardest part to, like, grasp too. Like, of course, you can look at all the symbols and you're going to be looking at your player card of, like, this plus this lets us do that. This plus this lets us do that. And you're like, you'll play both cards and you'll look at symbols and you'll be like, oh, that's nothing, right? Oh, okay. But the Kraken deck will be like, whoa, wait. So we're going to add more cards. So now there's more lower cards into the deck. But then also, this can't be the last card. If the Kraken card is the only card there, then that'll trigger it. But then it's going to deal damage, and dealing how much damage, and then we're going to advance the track on the like, that's a little bit like, that's the hardest part to grasp. That's the only, like, clunky thing. Yeah. This is my complaint. Do you get that this is my one complaint about the game, is that part is a little bit funky.
And if you're playing it as you should be, you're also not talking about the cards you're going to play. Like, you can't be like, hey, I've got a blue 6, we should really get this. Obviously, you can play the game however you want to play it, but if you're playing it properly, that is also one of...
You can play the game however you don't have to do any of this if you just throw the box at people.
But that is definitely one of the big parts that make this game really challenging, is you're trying to figure out, based on what you have in your hand, based on what's in the discard pile and what's played before, kind of figure out, like, I really hope you have this card because this is how we win. If I play this and you have this card, then we're okay. And then they don't have that card, or they want to do something else.
Or they just weren't thinking what you were thinking.
Yeah,
you know?
that's definitely one of the trickier parts of this game.
Tricky. Yeah, like, card counting is a big deal. I mean, you don't have the whole deck dealt out to you, but you can kind of be like, well, again, I know that I have this many of this suit, so you could potentially have...
And you know that I gave you this card, so I really hope you play that card that I gave you.
Yeah, and the special player powers are also super important. This is everything matters. Every card matters. Every decision is important. You know, like, this is not baby's first trick-taking game, but if you're looking for a very... If you're, like, a trick-taking person, which I know a lot of people who, like, that's their thing. They love trick takers. Walter.
If you love trick takers, check this one out. If you've ever played a trick taking game, keep your eye on this one, but get some other trick taking games under your belt first.
Play spades first. then come to this later in
Yeah.
like a year.
But if you're one of those people, there will be a purchase link down in the description box where you can pick up a copy of Sale.
And also in the description box down there's going to be a link for this bad boy. That's right, I'm talking Game Toppers.
Game Toppers.
What? Also, subscribe and you'll never be bored. It's so hot.
It's so hot.
Sup there, Tom Tom?
Wes.
Come sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away. I'm not going to do that.